Nubia has recently dropped its newest gaming phone lineup, and what we have here today is the Nubia Neo Pro 5G. Spoiler alert, this guy is priced at under 15,000 pesos, making it not so budget gaming phone anymore for a Neo series model. At this point, it has practically entered the mid-range segment. So, what does it bring to the table? Let's find out in this review. I'm your host Earl, let's get right into the video. Starting with the looks, this one's no different from Nubia Neo phones that we have reviewed before. In fact, this Neo 5 Pro 5G in particular, which is the white hailstone version, closely resembles the Nubia Neo 3 GT Limited Edition from last year. They look exactly the same and they both literally pack the same exact internals. The phone still has that all-plastic build sporting a matte back panel, octagon-shaped camera lenses, and of course, the Falcon eye lighting design. Weirdly enough, it's also just limited to white LED lighting, making it more obvious that this is just a rebadge unit. For iOS, it has the usual layout with a volume rocker and power button found on the right side along with the shoulder triggers. There's nothing on the left, the top houses a mic, and the bottom has a dual nano SIM tray, USB-C port, another mic, and the speaker grill. Sadly, no expandable storage here unlike its non-Pro counterpart. For extra protection, the phone is IP64 rated for dust and splash resistant. Flip it over, it sports a 6.8-inch Full HD OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 1300 nits. The bezels here are quite thin and uniform all around. The viewing experience is decent with nice colors and deep blacks, good enough for daily use and watching content. However, the listening experience falls a bit short. Its dual stereo speakers, which has DTS:X Ultra tuning by the way, is not as loud as I'd hope. Sound quality is mid at best, rocking respectable highs and mids but mostly lacking in bass. And this might come off as a nitpick, but the speaker placement here is a bit awkward. Since the shoulder triggers are on the right side, it just makes sense to hold it in a certain orientation when gaming or watching videos. The problem here is that there's a high chance you'd easily block the speaker with your palm. So you kinda have to adjust your grip to avoid blocking it. For biometrics, the phone supports an under-display fingerprint sensor along with face unlock. Both methods are quite fast, but as always, I'd suggest using the fingerprint sensor as it's generally more secure than face recognition. This being a gaming phone, cameras are not its strongest suit as expected. It features a 50-megapixel main shooter and a 2-megapixel depth sensor at the rear, while up front there's a 16-megapixel selfie camera. Looking at our sample shots, the image quality here is a hit or miss. For the most part, the Nubia Neo 5 Pro can capture decent shots, especially in well-lit environments. But sometimes, the shot can get overexposed and the color accuracy tends to be inconsistent at times. Shot takens in low-light environments are still surprisingly usable, and selfies are okay with no beautify effects enabled by default whatsoever. For video, the phone can record up to 4K at 30 frames per second, and the video quality is serviceable. It's good enough for casual shots, but I wouldn't recommend this for content creation. It also lacks some form of stabilization, so the footage comes out shaky all the time.
So peeps, early Pigatek, right now we're using the Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G and we're shooting at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Right now we're utilizing the front-facing camera and this is the sample video and audio of it. Tell us your thoughts about the camera capability of this phone.
Now let's talk about the part you've all been waiting for, performance. The Nubia Neo 5 Pro is equipped with a Unisoc P9100 combined with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. In Antutu version 11, the phone managed to get a decent score of over 700,000 points, which is actually not bad, but could have been better considering its price. For daily use, it's still quite fast and we didn't encounter any obvious slowdowns even when opening multiple apps. The gaming experience, however, has different layers into it. In mobile titles like Pokemon Unite, the phone confidently ran at 60 frames per second at high graphics setting, like Garena Free Fire also reaching 60 frames without noticeable stutters. The shoulder triggers also proved to be quite useful with these type of games. With console level controls, I could easily map each shoulder trigger to certain button or action like using a scope. Surprisingly enough, for fighting games like Mortal Kombat, the phone managed to run around 70 FPS. However, in the more graphically demanding games like Wuthering Waves, the frame rate hovered less than 30 frames per second even at the lowest graphic settings and with Space Game enabled. Probably the best thing about our testing is the phone's thermals. It remained relatively cool even without heavy sustained workloads. We have a dedicated gaming review of the Neo 5 Pro on the channel, so you may watch that here if you haven't already. On the software side, the phone ships with iOS 16 built on top of Android 16. That said, Nubia isn't really known for being transparent about their update policy, so I'm not really sure where to stand in this regard. The UI also looks a bit outdated to my liking, everything works fine, and I appreciate the custom icon pack for it to look more gamer coded. But it lacks that kind of flair that you'd see from other Android skins. For example, the animation looked cheap, and I think it doesn't really have a consistent design language throughout the UI. Exploring iOS further, it packs some AI tools to work with. The main highlight is probably Demi, the phone's own AI gaming chatbot. It essentially acts as an AI assistant and a gaming coach, mainly to improve how you play games. There are some bloatware present tucked inside app folders, and there are also Nubia first-party apps pre-installed. Battery-wise, the phone packs a 6,000 mAh unit paired with 80 watts of fast charging. Despite the larger than usual battery pack, the phone seemed to deliver a less optimal battery life. In our PC Mark test, it only lasted 8 hours and 51 minutes, so that explains a lot already about the kind of optimization this phone has or that lack thereof. In our video loop test, it had significantly better results with 19 hours and 46 minutes of uptime. Based on experience, unless you're using it for heavy tasks or gaming, the phone can still last almost an entire day of typical use. When it's time to charge, the 80-watt charging brick can replenish the battery to full in just 40 minutes. And there's also bypass charging to boot. For connectivity, the Neo 5 Pro supports 5G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, but no eSIM here available. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the price. The Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G retails for 14,999 pesos. Moving on to our verdict, I honestly have mixed feelings about this. Sure, it's got that typical Nubia DNA that makes for a good gaming smartphone. Features like the shoulder triggers, Falcon eye lighting design, and the dedicated gaming chipset make the Neo 5 Pro a fairly viable option for gaming. However, when you take the price into consideration, that's when it becomes a bit of a letdown. For the price, there are alternatives out there, which aren't gaming-centric phones to begin with, that offer relatively better performance than what the Neo 5 Pro has in store. The only time we'd recommend getting it is probably during a sale. Once they slash the price down to as low as 11,000 pesos or less, then at that point, it's a steal already. But what do you think of the Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G? If you find this video helpful or informative, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Don't forget to follow us on our socials and visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this is Earl and the Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!